Hi and welcome to day 6 of the detox meals that I'm going to be showing you each day, so you have an example of what type of foods you can create during the detox program. So let's get started. So the first thing, as you know, you should be starting your day with is a glass of lime or lemon and water. Make sure it's a tepid glass of water, just at room temperature, which is easier on your digestive system. And if you have 500 mils in the morning, that starts you on your first ratio of the 2 litres for women, 3 litres for men. Now with my glass of water, I took my supplements of magnesium and D3. And to carry the D3, because it's a fat soluble vitamin, I had some nuts to go with it. So the next thing I had, we've got the wrong slide there. I don't know how that appeared. I had some walnuts, just to make sure that I'm getting at least 2.5 grams of fat, because the vitamin D requires a fat to go with the vitamin. So the first thing I consumed in terms of the part of the detox program, the next thing I consumed was my beetroot with banana, raspberry and sea moss. And I put in a tablespoon of hemp as well for the extra protein, with the beetroot, and the sea moss for the added minerals, of which there are 92 of the minerals that's contained in our body, and our body consists of 102, so it meets quite a lot of the mineral makeup. And also I highly recommend that you consume sea moss throughout the detox, so that you're getting the fibre and the minerals, and it can give you that energy that you need. So after I had my smoothie, I had a nice plate of lovely fresh fruits. I had this probably about an hour or so after I had my smoothie. And remember, I've given you an example of fruit combining in your detox plan. So here I've got the right combination with the apple, and I have nectarine there, and I had some pomegranate, and that was a really lovely fresh fruit salad. So after I'd finished my fruit salad, about half an hour later, I had a nice cool glass of sorrel. And sorrel is a flower head known in Europe as hibiscus. In the Caribbean, we call it sorrel. It's very high in vitamin C. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's great for protecting the immune system. But it's also a very easy beverage to make by steeping the flower heads, and it has such a lovely berry flavour. It almost likens to raspberry. And you can also consume this as a tea, as I had done in one of my detox meals, where I'd done tea with ginger, and it's very warming, very comforting and quite refreshing. But as a juice, because it's versatile, you can have it in as a tall glass as well. So the next thing, and if you want to actually find sorrel, you can click the link below and order the flowers. So the next thing that I consumed for the day was a snack, and this was my Kale Crisps. So I dehydrated a few leaves of kale, because I wanted something salty yet vinegary, because I have a weakness for Kettle Crisps, and I love salt and vinegar. But of course on the detox, trying to be good, in terms of keeping our diet balanced, getting in enough nutrition, getting rid of those, you know, greasy, fat, high salty foods. So the alternative for me was to make some kale crisps. So after I dehydrated them, I put a little sea salt and some apple cider vinegar, and they were really crispy and they just really hit the spot. And of course you're keeping all those nutrients still. And the recipe for the kale crisps will go out to the people who've registered for the detox. And believe you me guys, you don't need a hydrator to do these, and you can still keep the nutrient content going. So if you fancy that crunchy snack with a little salt, or however you like your crisps, you can go opt for the kale crisps, and they're absolutely delicious and satisfying. So the next food I had was my lunch. So later on, lunchtime, I made myself an okra salad, and I put in some tomatoes, a grated courgette, a little sweet pepper, some oregano, and I put in some red bell pepper and a little bit of squash. And I tossed that together as a nice big salad, and I drizzled a lemon and herb dressing, and that was just right for my lunchtime meal. So after lunchtime, I had my dinner later on in the evening, and you want to have your dinner before 6. So I had some avocado, a mixed leaf seasonal salad with some dill, and I also had a stuffed pepper. Now, the pepper hasn't been cooked, but I'm going to be sharing the recipe to show you how to make the pepper more edible and without being cooked. So you'll get that recipe, detoxers. And for the stuffing, I'll show you the picture where I've actually broken down the recipe. Oh, we should have some pictures to show how I broke down the recipe. Right, I will share that with the menu board to those who have registered for the detox. So I put in to that, I grated some courgette, I added some mixed herbs for the stuffed peppers. I added the top of the pepper as well, so as not to waste it. And I put in some fresh herbs as well. And I made a raw salsa sauce. I think I'm going to find those pictures to share with you, because I want you to see just what goes into actually putting together the recipes, because I've actually put them on the board. Don't know what's happened, but we need to find those pictures so that I can show you what went into the stuffed peppers. So just give me a moment, because I'm going to draw up those pictures for you. And I'm going to share them with Anthony now. Just so you can get an idea, really, of how the foods are prepped and just how easy and simple it is to put these meals together, because you won't be cooking at all during the program. All you'll be doing is prepping your raw foods. So I'm just going to show you some of the raw ingredients that went into the stuffed pepper. And you really don't have to be in the kitchen for hours preparing foods. They're really simple, but they're nutritionally balanced, and they're easy to put together meals, because not only do you want to rest the digestive system, you don't want to overwork yourself in the kitchen. So I've thought these out quite well so that you're not working too hard and that you're getting everything prepared in a timely manner. Some of you are working, and also you need to be resting in the evening, no later than 10 o'clock. So you want to have your meals sort of, easy to get to, prepare, have them ready for work. You can take them to work with you. So what I did, Anthony's just getting those pictures up for you. We'll just wait for him to get that on the screen, and then you can have a look at how I prepared the filling and the sauce that went into the stuffed pepper. So there you are, you've got, and I'm going to show you the sauce. I'm going to get Anthony to show you the sauce that went into those ingredients to make up the stuffed pepper. So there you've just got, you've got grated courgette, you've got your raw grated butternut squash, and that's the top of the pepper. And I've just put a dash of oregano, and we're just going to call up the sauce that I blended, which was a raw tomato and basil sauce. We'll just get that put on screen for you to show you. Just bear with us, guys. It's a live show. Anything can happen. I've thrown Anthony in the deep end a little bit because I didn't put these slides up, but I just want you to show you the makings. I mean, it's just this simple. You've got sun-dried tomatoes, fresh basil, you've got a quarter of a red onion. So you've got your vibrant colours, you've got your phytonutrient from the basil, you've got your beta carotene from your reds, and I've got, yesterday we had some lovely sweet yellow peppers. So you want all your vibrant foods, and that was the raw ingredients that went in as a blend for the raw tomato and basil sauce that went into the stuffed pepper recipe, and that recipe will be available, how it was all put together and prepared in the recipe board, which will be sent to all those who've signed up for the detox. So here's the last picture I wanted to show you, which Anthony's just calling up now. Just before I marinated all the ingredients together. So there you've got the squash, the grated courgette, the finely chopped red pepper, and the tomato and basil sauce. And I put those together to put into the pepper to make a nice stuffed pepper to go with that lovely salad, which was the end result. And Anthony will just bring that back on the screen to show you what my dinner consisted of. So as you can see, you've got the lovely bell pepper, stuffed with those wonderful ingredients. And as you can see, it's really simple, but you're getting a nice range of nutrients. The colours, they're vibrant, they're fresh. And this is the time in terms of spring, because you've got more abundance now. So that was my dinner for the end of the night. And to finish, I had about an hour later my nettle, clove and cinnamon tea. Now, cinnamon and clove are very high in antioxidants. Cinnamon draws out toxins. Nettle is a wonderful anti-inflammatory tea, very full of minerals. It's my go-to tea, and I've had 3 of those throughout the day. And it's also known as a antihistamine tea. So if you suffer with hay fever, itchy eyes, itchy nose, the capsules are supposed to be more effective, or the tincture, but you can also drink the tea. And if you want the nettle, clove and cinnamon tea, you can simply click the link below to order the loose leaf blend. So I believe somebody's got a question.
So Charmaine Knight said earlier, dinner before 6, Carol, concerned face.
Well, I'm coming on live, and I usually say by 6 o'clock, have had your last meal by 6 p.m. You don't really want to be eating at the very latest beyond 7. If you can finish eating at 6 and then thereafter have your fluids. If you're working and you can't, then 7 has be the cut-off time. Just because you don't want to, because you want to try and get your core hours sleep. Between 10 and 2 is your core hours sleep, while your body's now, going through the process of having digested your foods, at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. You don't want to be going to bed on a full stomach, because your body is going to spend time trying to break down that food rather than resting and cleansing your system. And that's how you get the fitful sleep, so that in the morning you're not feeling sluggish and wondering why you're still feeling tired, because you've broken down food before going to bed. You've still got food that's trying to digest. So I think at the very, very latest, 7 o'clock, but ideally 6.
Charmaine says the food looks delicious, and where to get nettle.
Right, so Charmaine says the food looks delicious and where to get nettle. Thank you very much. It is delicious and I'm really enjoying it. My skin's loving it. So if you want to find the nettle, clove and cinnamon blend, I'm going to put the link below. You may also find it in day 5, because this is my go-to tea that I'm having every day. But I'll put the link in this description after we've ended the live, or you can pick it up now in day 5. But if you want to watch to the end, I just got one more thing I wanted to share with you. So yesterday, I showed you my smoothie bowl. And my smoothie bowl consisted of chia seed, cacao with hemp milk, and I added in another ingredient which I thought I have to share this, even though you've the detoxers who've signed up, we've got all the recipes. I want to share that I put maca in my chia smoothie bowl mixture, and the reason why is that maca is a very good natural stimulant. It's not a stimulant as such like coffee, but it raises your energy levels. It really does pick you up, and you can use maca in your hot beverages, or you can simply add it to a glass of hot water, stir it up, dissolve it and drink it when you want to lift your energy mood. And it's great for people who do rely on coffee every day as their kind of everyday caffeine fix. So it is really good at pepping you up. So you can add it to hot beverages. I've added it to my smoothie bowl. I just needed that extra boost. And as you can see, I topped it with my fruits. So I believe somebody has a question.
So Charmaine says, how much chia seeds?
I use 20 grams, and it depends on how hungry you are. That's a nice half bowl. You're registered on the detox. You've got the recipe. I think, Anthony, have you sent the recipe out from yesterday?
Yeah.
So, Charmaine, check your recipe board. You've got it there. Because you're signed up to the detox. So you should have received, make sure that you go in there, get your recipe board, and you'll have the recipes with all of the breakdown of how much to use and how to make it. You're welcome. So that concludes day 6. So tomorrow I'll be back with day 7 and I'll bring you more detox meal ideas. Thank you for joining me tonight. But if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and press that notification bell so you're getting the updates. Thank you for joining me. Take care and see you tomorrow evening.